Kubo is a gift that keeps on giving. The Bleach fandom has wondered about this specific matchup for years, Askin vs Gin, and someone decided to take this to club outside and asked Kubo. They said, if the poison of Kamishini no Yari were to inject into Askin Naklavar without anything being injected into him beforehand, would he die or will he endure it? And Kubo said, if he is injected with the poison without ever coming into contact with Gin, specifically his Ryatsu, then he will die. And honestly, I have no issue with that answer. I think that's very understandable. But I do believe the glaze for Gin is insane. I decided to take this to Twitter, and I said, which top tier Sternritter is Gin beating? But I guess it's my fault. I should have been more specific, because I was talking about these four. And people just thought I was talking about, any of the Sternritters. I do believe that Askin, though, is being heavily underrated. So let's talk about that in this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's talk.
The table has been set. Now let us begin!
The drill there does not belong to the village chief, because that drill is who you are. Simone, yours is the drill that will break through the vault of heaven!
Big Gucci and taco spit like send me out. All these verses gon' help me hit bay like a lotto. My boy stay with rocket, got power like Otto. Go give me a four and a cop for Giotto, so niggas stay.
Before we get into this video, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me on this channel. We are now at 200 subscribers. We have some videos that are upcoming, and honestly, I think you guys will enjoy it. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get this channel growing. Now, Askin vs Gin. This matchup, yet again, is one that the Bleach fandom has been looking forward to for years. And I took this to Twitter. I said, which Sternritters can he beat? And people thought I meant every Sternritter. I was really talking about the top four, which are the Royal Guards. And honestly, I don't even think he beats the Royal Guards. You know what? Let's talk about this. Gin. He doesn't have too many fights in the series. He has a moment where he's fighting against Ichigo, but Ichigo figures out how his Bankai works within two instances of encountering it. Later on, we have Gin fighting against Aizen, but I don't want to call that a fight. He stabbed him through the chest, but we all know how that went. Now, if I could be honest, I do think that we overhyped this scene too much. So, Ichigo vs Kenpachi back in Soul Society arc. Kenpachi said that the weaker force absorbs the impact. Now, I'm not saying that Aizen's spiritual energy was weaker than Gin's in that moment, but I do believe that Aizen had his guard down. So, Gin took that opportunity and he stabbed him with his Bankai. And then later on against Kisuke says, yo, you wouldn't have let me touch you twice without some kind of plan in the past. Like, what are you doing? And then against Soifan, she hit him with the Nigeki Kisatsu. And when she got ready to hit him with the second one, he said, just kidding. Battles with Soul Reapers are that of spiritual energy. If mine is higher, then I could just suppress your technique and your powers with my own spiritual energy. And then later on, when he's fighting against Shinji, Shinji is able to get an attack off on him. Aizen was fighting out a character the entire arc. He wanted to show the Gote 13 how much they are beneath him. That's it. The only person out there that should have been able to land an attack on him was Yamamoto. And also Ichigo when he goes through, his training, but that's about it. This isn't about Aizen, but in order to get you guys to understand this, we have to talk about that. So now let's talk about Askin. In order for us to appreciate Askin, we have to talk about what he's done in the series so far. So he was a regular Sternritter, promoted into the Royal Guards. They went up to the Royal Palace, fought against Squad Zero, and while Nimaya was killing everyone, Askin was the only one that was able to perceive and react to Oetsu's attack. And I'm 99% positive that Askin has better reaction feats than Ichigo back in the Fate Karakurotan arc. Askin, after being hit by Oetsu's first attack, he gained immunity to Oetsu's Ryatsu. And by that second attack, it just didn't even affect him really. So his ability, it allows him to calculate the lethal dosage of any substance that he consumes. He's able to raise it or able to lower it. The only reason why Oetsu was able to get past this was because of Tenjiro, his blood pond. If it wasn't for him, Askin already put a Squad Zero member in checkmate before he even knew what happened. So let me spell it out for you and try to get you guys to understand how crazy this sounds to me when people say that Gin could be Askin. I just don't see it. So, Oetsu, the baddest man in Squad Zero, the creator of Zanpakuto, who is responsible for killing Gerard Valkyrie, the heart of the Soul King, and then Pernida, the compulsory, which is the left arm of the Soul King, and the leader of the Royal Guards, Lele Baro. Oetsu killed all of them, and Askin put him in checkmate. And then we have Tanjiro. Inside of the anime version of the Thousand Year Blood War, he fought against Jugram Hashwalt. He killed him. He is also the fastest Soul Reaper, and I believe he's the creator of Healing Keto. Askin, inside of his partial holy form, he took him out and put him in checkmate. I'm sorry, but this is not looking good for Gin. This is a member of the Sternritter that just got promoted to the Royal Guards and is putting up insane numbers when you really think about it. Like Askin, you know what, I think I might even say that Askin is like the strongest Sternritters before he gets promoted to the Royal Guards. Oh, and later he fights against Urahara, Yoruichi, Grimmjow, and Yoruichi's little brother. Askin has fought nothing but top tier characters in this. Despite this short amount of time that he's been in the series, he's only fought top tier characters, and it's insane. For the most part, he's ended up on top every time. He even fought against Ichigo, and he put Ichigo on the floor. Like, Askin is that guy. We need to stop disrespecting him and glazing Gin to this degree. There's no timeline where you could tell me that Gin is able to take out either Oetsu or Tanjiro. But let's go back to the question. If the poison were to be injected into Askin without anything being injected into him beforehand, would he die or will he endure it? Kubo says if he's injected with the poison without ever coming into contact with Gin's Reiatsu, then he will die. Guys, I genuinely believe Askin would be fine. Let's do this in character, right? If Gin did what he did against Aizen, put the blade into him, and then the little chip is inside of Askin, he would monologue, and then Askin would be like, oh dang, that's crazy, thanks for telling me that, just gained immunity. And then Gin would try and kill him with it, but nothing would happen. You sat there and monologued. Askin was able to gain immunity to it. So no, I do not believe Gin would win this fight. It is possible, yes, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Especially in character, Askin would definitely just take precaution and just be like, yeah, like, let me go ahead and just gain immunity to this. He's done it against top tier characters that we've already seen. The glaze for Gin has to stop, and hopefully this video will help you guys see that Askin is no pushover. And we haven't even talked about his holy form, where he's able to adapt to different alterations and poisons, even if it's changing, like how it did with Yoruichi. Her Reiatsu changed 48 times per second, but as long as the base remained the same, he was able to adapt to all 48 variations of it. So, and then he's able to use his gift ring and pinpoint where he wants the death dealing to actually take place. So no, I do not see Gin being able to defeat Askin. I don't. Thank you for watching this video. I have another one coming up shortly. It's about the trio that defected from the Soul Society. Gin, Tosen, and Aizen, how far would they get against the Sternritters? And I'll be ranking them from low to mid to high difficulty, one by one. So we'll start with Gin, see how he fares against the Sternritters, and then Tosen, and then Aizen, and just like that. So I would love to see you guys in that video. Go ahead, comment on this one if you would be down for that video, and like, comment, subscribe on this. Let's get this channel growing. I greatly appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in my next Bleach video.